How's it going, guys? Anthony here. Blame Truth, you may know me as. I will be, I guess, just, I don't know, just giving you guys a real commentary in this video. I've actually stopped and restarted this for the past 30 minutes because I can't seem to get it right. And I really want to get it right because I want to cap off this year with just, I don't know, a video from the heart. Because I'll tell you right now before I even get into anything, and maybe you guys are sick of me talking about some of my struggles this year, in which case, click off the video. I'm not here to make this about me. I'm really not. I do not want it to come across that way. I also don't want it to come across like I want sympathy. I loathe sympathy. I hate it. I hate how it makes me feel. Don't like it. Not that at all. I'm mainly doing this because I want you guys to know that if you are struggling, there's a silver lining. In fact, all this stuff I'm about to talk about, for the most part, was necessary. Like, I needed to go through it to learn, because I've never had anybody really to teach me. And I understand myself now better than I ever have. I understand certain things better. I've matured a lot just in the last 3 or 4 months. And I'd like to keep it up into the new year. But with that said, how do I even word this? I wish I just had somebody wiser and more knowledgeable and someone to look up to just to slap me in the face. Just slap the shit out of me this year and say, hey man, get your shit together. I wish I had that. I kind of wish I had that all my life. I've never really had that. I've had to be my own teacher and learn things the hard way. Sad as it is, I'm always kind of helping out other people. There's that old expression, who bakes for the baker? I feel like I'm the baker a lot of the time. I'm always trying to help other people, and sometimes I don't help myself. And I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes I did. So I'm bringing you this video, and after a brief word from this video's sponsor, we will get right into the meat and potatoes. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has taken over, and gaming will never be the same again. Raid is the first game to bring a true console-level experience to your phone. They've set the bar high, and there's no going back. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. So in this particular showcase, I want to cover just my top 3 champions. These are the ones I've used the most in game, and I just want to go over them because they're my favorite. I have Galek the Orc, who is, I mean, it's an orc, you know? Like, how can you not love an orc in any sort of fantasy RPG? We have War Priest, who is a sort of paladin character, and I really like paladin characters. Any kind of spell sword, mace-wielding combatant, I'm a big fan of. And then finally, we have Sniper, who is a ranged bow character, and really, I mean, with this combination of champions, I can't lose. These are just my favorites, and I absolutely love these particular archetypes. So guys, are you ready to celebrate the 12 days of Raid? You can download Raid Shadow Legends from the links below, copy your player ID from in-game, and then go to 12daysofraid.plarium.com. The link to that is in the description. You can enter your player ID and then set out on a fun and festive adventure that lasts 12 days, running from December 19th to January 10th. Each day, experience a new chapter of this winter story and play a new minigame for a chance to win some amazing in-game and real-life prizes, including a holiday-themed Raid Champions and even Amazon gift cards worth up to $1,000. And for existing Raid players, you're not left out in the cold here. You can head to 12daysofraid.plarium.com, where you can find a special holiday promo code that everyone can use for a small festive gift. And my favorite news with Raid of all here, Ronda Rousey's champion. Raid's got something extra special happening, and it's the legendary MMA champion, Ronda Rousey. Yes, the Ronda Rousey. You can get Ronda for free right now, whether you're a new or longtime player, just by logging into Raid. All you've got to do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th, and Ronda's yours. That's all there is to it. And to celebrate Ronda's arrival, you can also use the promo code RAIDRONDA, and that's available for all users, new and old, to get a bunch of helpful stuff like 3-day 100% XP boost, 500k silver, and 5 full energy refills. Perfect for leveling your Ronda up so she's at the top of her game. Just enter promo code RAIDRONDA in-game and all these goodies can be yours. Also, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get your exclusive rewards in Raid right now. If you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen. You'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Aina, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. So you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. So guys, check out Raid Shadow Legends by clicking the link in the video description or scanning the QR code here. Alright guys, welcome back to the video here. So, instead of talking about a lot of the stuff that I've already kind of covered, I want to get right into solutions for you guys. So this past year, man, I fucked up and I got really weak in my own head. I felt helpless. I felt unhinged a lot. It was really not good. And I'm not sure if you guys relate to me at all, but here's, I guess, my personality, and I'm still trying to understand everything. I'm 33 years old. I'll be 34 in March, and if you think you're gonna get it, it's gonna click when you turn 30 or even 40. I've heard people older than me saying like, hey, you're constantly gonna be learning and constantly gonna be correcting yourself as you go. You're not gonna have it all together. And that's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Learn from your mistakes, but don't beat yourself up over it. That's another thing I have to work on. I'm so hard on myself, man. I'm harder on me than anyone else has ever been. And sometimes I get in my own head and I beat myself up. And you can't do that. You're going to beat yourself up until you start believing yourself that you're a piece of shit or you're a piece of garbage or whatever. And you don't want to do that, trust me. I am very, very hard on myself. I need to be like, well, I made a mistake. Learn from it, move on. And that's something I've tried really hard to do past month or two, especially. Like, admit fault, admit when you messed up, do the best you can to see where you messed up, learn from it, move on. Try not to make that mistake again in the future. That's all you really can do. But I'm not sure if I'm unique here. I don't think I am, but as a male, I'm more of a just traditional male. And what I mean by that is, like, I need things that make me feel like a male. I gotta feel powerful, and I gotta feel like I'm on the right track and I'm making progress with something. I gotta feel useful. I gotta feel like I can make a difference, and I have that power to make a difference. And when I say powerful, don't confuse it with going to the gym. That's kind of the dude bro advice. Go work out, go lift. Man, that only does so much. I've kept my fitness on track for the most part. That's not really the issue. I don't really mean that. I think a lot of people will just give bro advice where they say, go to the gym, lift, and yes, that will help. It doesn't hurt, but my brain was disconnected from the fact that my body was in shape. It didn't matter. I think it didn't matter, and I'm here to help with the brain side of things over the physical side of things. Like, you can do all that, but if you're not in the right headspace, it's not really going to matter. But yeah, I felt like I was not in control for most of 2021, especially towards the end. And for pretty much all of 2022, it just got worse and worse. All these things happened, and a lot of it was my doing, taking on personal, I guess, challenges that I didn't have a lot of control over, or had no control over in certain aspects, in the midst of a time when I am essentially in prison. Me and a lot of other people are in prison. It drove me crazy. It literally did. When I say it drove me crazy, that's not really hyperbole. Over the summer, 3 or 4 months ago, I'd say about 4 months ago now, I don't think I spoke about this in any other video, but I'm going to talk about it. I seriously considered organized crime. Yeah. That's a weird thing to say in a YouTube video. I've got my YouTube channel here. You know, I knew this game would be pretty popular come November, October, November, December. I knew that I would make good money. It wasn't about the money. It was about doing anything I could to not feel how I felt at that moment in time over the summer. I had become completely unhinged. If you guys follow me on social media or Twitter, you may have seen me tweet out some weird stuff. There was one point where, and I mentioned this in another video, I had some disassociation. So I would tweet out some stuff and then not remember tweeting it. Or I'd do some stuff, not remember doing it. And then some stuff I would do and then be like, why did I do that? I was at war with myself. It was just like it's two different people fighting inside of me. It's very strange. And I was lying to myself about it. I would start to feel kind of good again. Something would happen and I get a little bit of dopamine. I'm like, I'm good. I'm fine. We're back to normal. And then I wouldn't be back to normal. Then something else small would happen and I would get set off and lose myself. I mean, that's the best way I could put it, is I completely lost myself. And I think a lot of people in these same situations may be fine. This is just kind of unique to me. It might stem from some childhood stuff where I felt like I was not in control in certain situations and then bad things happen. In fact, I could almost guarantee it's that from what I've learned from talking about stuff and reading stuff. But that and just the general disconnection I can feel on a day-to-day basis to the majority of people. Again, I can get on TikTok and see somebody doing something and just feel like it feels like they're a robot to me. I don't feel better than them. It's not that. I'm not trying to make it like an ego thing or whatever. It's just I don't feel like I relate to them whatsoever. And this goes for a lot of social media. Instagram chose to show me this really pretty girl or whatever the other day, and I click on her profile just out of curiosity, and I see her, and she's like this just pretty rich girl, and I'm looking at all of her posts and stuff, and I'm breaking it down in my mind. That's just something I do. I'm analytical, and I'm breaking it down in my mind, and I'm looking at this person, and I am judging them before I even meet them, but they may be way deeper than what I'm seeing, right? But I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, is this just all you're gonna do until you die? Just, you know, it's the typical like pretty girl on Instagram thing. They're gonna post about themselves. They're gonna post their outfits they're wearing. They're gonna post stories and stuff and reels with their other pretty female friends or whatever. It just comes across as a big ego stroke. They're not really doing anything or saying anything profound. There's no real depth to what's going on other than, hey, look how pretty I am, look how rich I am, or hey, look how stylish I am, give me attention, yada yada. And I don't know, man. I can't really relate to that. And it's weird because I post videos. This is my job. My job is literally to get people to look on YouTube and be like, hey, I want to click that video. And they click it and then I get paid. So, in a weird way, I'm in the same field, but yeah, I don't feel like I relate to these people at all. And everybody kind of does this to a degree, and I'm sure I'm just overanalyzing it to a fault, to a point where it's like, you know, upsetting me, and I get that, but I don't know. Everyone has an ego to a degree. Everyone wants attention to a degree, even when they don't say they do. But this is just... It goes a little too far, and I have this weird talent, I feel like, where I can kind of tell when someone's missing something and they're posting on social media to just like feed their ego and feel validated. Maybe because I've done it before. Like if they're posting on social media about something they're proud of, it's one thing, but if they're trying to brag about it, I can usually tell that. And trust me, I've done that before. I've seen myself doing that, and I'll go back and look at something I posted and be like, that's kind of like attention seeking. I don't like that. I don't like what I'm doing with that. So I get it, but at the same time, it just feels like they're just gonna do this until the end of time. They're never gonna change. I just don't get it. No matter how rich or poor I cannot. I feel like I can't relate to these people. I just can't. Ego is something I have tried so hard to just push way down. Everybody's got one. Everybody's going to fight with it. It's going to convince you you're cooler or more awesome than you are. And there's a fine line between like confidence and ego, I think. And I think I am confident. I know because I've gotten my confidence back after this rough year. I had none. Pretty much none at a certain point. And I've got it back though. I've got it back. I think there's a big fine line between confidence and ego. And when you're stroking your ego, you're making yourself weaker. When you're upping your confidence, doing things that up your confidence, you're making yourself stronger. That's what I feel, at least. I went off on a tangent there. I apologize. But the point of all that is to show that that, along with just feeling not in control and not sure of yourself, and feeling like even when you are making progress personally, it doesn't matter, is the most depressing thing. You feel alone, you feel helpless, you feel like you can't really make a difference. You're not steering your life. It feels like almost, it feels almost like you're possessed in a strange way. And that's what I have dealt with for the majority of this year. And as you can tell from me going off on the tangent of like looking at an NPC on Instagram or someone that appears to be an NPC, it's hard for me to feel a genuine connection with people. I do read my comments a lot, more than most, I think, YouTubers of my size, for the simple fact that I genuinely do think my fan base, I've cultivated a fan base that I feel rather close to, which is why I have shared a lot of personal stuff this past year. I feel like without you guys, and I'm not even saying this for I guess, pats on the back, or I'm not sucking up to you guys, I'm not sucking your dicks. It's just without this YouTube thing where I have the creative freedom to do whatever I want and to entertain people and to think outside the box and be my own person, I truly don't think I would be here. I think I would have checked out a long time ago. And that's a little dark, but it kind of segues into this more positive note about confidence. My confidence now and how I feel now is truly, I feel truly better than I've ever felt. I feel more confident than ever before. And all these bad things that happened, I'm now grateful for them. Because it took that for me to really learn. When you go through hard times, you learn. It's the same, I guess, I don't know, science behind working hard in the gym. You're going to work really hard. You're going to put stress on your body. You're going to grow. You're going to get stronger. Same thing goes with your brain, I think. As long as you don't lose yourself, and as long as you can get help when you know you need it, as long as you can come out the other side, you will get stronger. And truthfully, this is right hand to God, this is true. I didn't know 4 months ago if I could even do this. It's December 31st, 2022. 1 day left until the new year. I didn't even know if I would have the skills, the confidence. I didn't know if I had it in me to even make videos when this game came out. Every year, pretty much, since I started this channel, I've covered Call of Duty in some way. I didn't know if I had it in me anymore. I truly didn't. I thought, I feared that I wouldn't be able to do this for you guys. And here I stand. Well, sit. Here I sit in my computer chair doing the damn thing. And I'm not trying to brag with this, but I will say this. This has been the most profitable COD season I've ever had. If I could pull an Activision and talk about my accomplishments for a little bit. This has been the most profitable COD season I've ever had. 5 million views. Over 5 million views now. Past 2 months. And you guys just don't know unless you're in my head, but to come back from what I was feeling to this right now has done wonders for my confidence. I truly feel like I can do anything I set my mind to. Will I fail and will I mess up? Yeah. But now I know it's all a part of the process. I know to trust the process, and I know that that failure has some lesson in it that I need to learn to proceed. And I truly don't think I'm ever going to have those unique problems ever again. I will struggle. I will feel down, of course. Everyone does at a certain point, but I don't think I will lose myself ever again. Hopefully, God willing. But guys, hey, it's been a wild year. Here's to the next. I have more in store than just YouTube and Call of Duty and stuff. I'm a man of various hobbies and talents, so I'll be expanding just what I'm doing in 2023. I may not be posting about it everywhere, but yeah, man, we're gonna make this work. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching. You have truly made my life, I don't know, just way better. My life would not be as good, nowhere near as good. I might not even be living it if it wasn't for you guys watching YouTube, Twitch, all these platforms I don't know, shared my brand of entertainment on. Thank you for hearing me out. I'll never get it right, like 100% right. I'll never be 100% perfect. But, I mean, if I was that, it'd be boring. I much prefer embracing my problems, talking about my weaknesses, so that I can fix them later. And I think that will help you guys way more than just posting constant wins all the time. And, yeah, I hope you appreciate the honesty and the upfrontness. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Stay at home if you want. And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I? Of course you don't. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Don't do that!